Coronavirus is a deadly coughing disease that hangs about in the air and is passed from person to person. You must always stay alert, and if you feel like you can sense coronavirus, get indoors, fast. If you're away from home, drop face first to the ground. In this position, the only cavity exposed is the anal duct, and that should not pose a problem so long as you're wearing trousers. When you're back inside, clean your hands with a strong disinfectant, and stockpile as many antibacterials and toilet rolls as you can. You'll be needing these. If you don't have an indoor toilet, cut a hole in your favorite chair and stick a bucket underneath. If you don't have chairs, dig a hole for yourself somewhere or wheezing.
Natural way to fight COVID-19.
As medical reporter Dana Baer explains, the key may be right there in your pantry.
Green tea, chocolate, and grapes all contain compounds called flavonoids, historically known to enhance health. So a North Carolina State University researcher decided to put them to the test against SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. And while not definitive, the results were strong enough to elicit some excitement, some attention, and now a request to the NIH for special consideration.
I use tea every day, my son, my family.
Plant biologist Dayu Shi knows the benefits for his and his family's health. He spent his career studying the compounds in nature.
I study how plants make different diverse in organic chemicals.
And those chemicals make great nutrients, but in some cases, they also have power against viruses.
Many phytochemicals.
Tonight, headaches, nausea, hallucinations, and yes, even death. These are among the rare side effects that Floridians are reporting after taking the COVID-19 vaccine.
Contact 5 investigator Katie LeGrone with a closer look at how these symptoms are being tracked and what health experts say you should be aware of.
With just mild symptoms to show following his first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine,
soreness in the arm.
Michael Whitworth expected little after the second.
The second dose, that was a completely different story.
2 hours after the shot,
the symptoms continued to get worse in the arm. The pressure became quite severe in my arm, and I couldn't really move it at all.
By hour 10,
low-grade temperature with shaking, chills, rigors. My lips became very pale. Every bone and muscle in my body was shaking for over 90 minutes. Actually started hallucinating.
What Whitworth describes is extremely rare, according to this government database which tracks adverse reactions following vaccination. In the first 4 weeks of the COVID-19 vaccine rollout in Florida, the vaccine made up more than 90% of all adverse reports filed from here, more than 330. Out of 850,000 doses administered in the state at the time.
Witnesses will give new testimony today in the fraud trial of a lottery worker. He's accused of orchestrating the largest lotto scam ever. Prosecutors say this was a 21st century inside job to win a $16.5 million jackpot. This is a story that we've been following for months. Elaine Keano is here now with the latest details. Elaine, this is a good one. Good morning.
It really is. Good morning. Eddie Tipton was one of only 4 people who had security clearance to the lottery's so-called drawing room. It is there that investigators say he hacked into computers and installed sophisticated malware that was designed to vanish without a trace. Now prosecutors have to make their case without that evidence. Prosecutors say this surveillance video shows a hooded and bearded Eddie Tipton buying a winning lotto ticket at a Des Moines convenience store in 2010. Tipton was then security director for the Multi-State Lottery Association, making it illegal for him to play the lottery. Investigators say he purchased the $16.5 million winning ticket after he rigged the game in his favor.
I've done this before, and some have commented that I have no right to speak to them or advise any specific kind of people other than my own kind. My answer to you guys is everyone is my own kind. You dumb fucks. We're all fucking humans, all right? And I don't give a fuck what you say, what you think. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want, always. Anywhere I am, among whoever is there. So fuck you. We'll start with that. Now to the message, okay? And I'm sorry for the vulgarity for those of you who are not part of that group that has been critical of me. Listen, black people, you are being targeted specifically right now by your own government in America. It's not the first time, all right? Look to history to be your best teacher. They have done this before. You have no reason to trust them. All I hear now is that black people are the most susceptible to sickness, all right? Black people are more at risk and are in more danger. Therefore, we need to prioritize them and put them at the top of the list and let them be the first ones to get these vaccinations. Think, when the fuck have they ever given you anything for free? That's number one. This is going to be free. They don't give a fuck to give you anything for free like that. They want you to get the fuck out of there. That's the truth. The people who are making these decisions, as far as black people are concerned, they want you dead. They want you gone. They don't give a fuck about you, little black children, elderly black people, none of you. They don't give a fuck. So don't be fools. Think. Look to the Tuskegee experiments in particular. If you have no knowledge of historical times that government has done this, all right? They're using you guys as guinea pigs. And what they're going to do is, they know you're not going to come to the hospitals. They know that. So they have a plan in place where they're going to use not only celebrities, not only sports figures, but local community people who are well known. And they're going to convince them to start putting out this message that is pro-vaccination, about how safe it is, about how